Welcome back to the Chaos, everyone. ChaosEclipse here. We are on Helldivers 2 today. Have not played in quite a while. I don't know if my game's picking up a whole bunch of static from me or what. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to play with anyone. We're going to jump in here solo. But I see my mic on down there, which is confusing me because stuff. So, for those of you who don't know, anyone who watches the channel, I do console gameplay. I'm on PS5 though. All the Xbox users, that are on my channel that enjoy the content as well, thank you for joining me today. And if you didn't know, I got some news for you guys. Helldivers 2 is actually coming to Xbox. I think it was announced a couple of days ago. It is going to be releasing this year for Xbox. It's going to come out on August 26th, 25th. 26th. It's the same day that PS5 gets Gears of War. So August 26th this year, you guys will be able to play. So just hang in there for about a month and a half, and you guys will be able to get your hands on this game. With that being said, I'm just going to give you guys a few tips. So when you first start up the game, you're going to go through like a little tutorial phase. It'll teach you all the ins and outs. So I'm not going to talk about basic stuff, but I am going to talk a little bit about the ship here, and then we're going to talk about the actual missions and how the game progresses and all that. Now, don't get me wrong, I have not played this in quite some time, so if anything is different, hopefully it's not, but if anything is different, I do apologize. So when you first start up the game, like I said, you'll go through tutorial. Eventually, you'll get to your ship. You'll come out of here, and the lady that's under there where the little white diamond is, she's usually up here. Maybe that'll be fixed for you guys. But anyway, if you have this machine here, you can play it. It's just like a little stratagem game where when you hit the button, let me see if I can start this thing here. Why is it not? What am I doing wrong here? There we go. Round one. So down, left, up, right. Down, up, right, right, down. Up, right, right. Down, up, right, left. Down, down, up, right. Up, down, poop. Up, down, right, left, up. Oh. So anyway, my score's 100. Anyway, this game here, you may or may not have it. This had to do with I think it was called like a Citizens Edition or something like that. But it's literally just that, what you just seen. It's just me playing like, and don't get me wrong, those stratagems that you're calling in, those are the actual buttons. So if you memorize all of them or whatever, then it's probably going to be very easy for you guys. I only use certain stratagems, so that's why I don't know them. I was just looking at the arrows and what to push, and then I'm pretty sure I'm dyslexic, so doing arrows isn't always my strong suit. But anyway, when you get in your ship here, your ship will look a little bit different because you guys are going to be brand new to the game. A lot of these, like the ship back there, the missiles that are on the ground, the stuff over here, this whole console thing being pushed back, the stuff over here, this is all going to look different for you guys. This is because of upgrades that I've done on the ship. So if you come over to this console will probably be about right here where this this entrance is basically. But you come up to it, you'll hit whatever button it's telling you to hit. You can take a look at your ship here. You can change your ship name by hitting square. Well, square for PS5. I don't know what it is for you guys. You can look at your stratagems. These are ones that you can purchase. I believe some of them, if not all of them, you will need to be a certain level to be able to even unlock any of these. And then you have different currencies up in the top right. As you guys can see, I'm level 69. Nice. But all of these, I think I have unlocked. There are some that are only unlocked through the actual catalog, which we'll go over that in a minute. Yeah, here's some that's locked that are, it doesn't have like a price or anything on them, so they have to be unlocked through the catalog. Yeah, and it looks like they added new ones since I played last. But yeah, and then you also have like your ship modules here. This is things that will make your ship look different. You can see there that, I have bought all of this stuff, so yours will probably look more similar to that with the console that you're looking at now. And then over time, you can see the upgrades that it's doing there in that picture. Same thing with your the outside of your ship, the different guns and stuff. This thing here, which I can't buy. But all of these things, it tells you what they do on the bottom there. It says upgrade effects. So this one here for hand carts, it says it decreases the cooldown for backpack stratagems by 10%. Now keep in mind, with this one, with your ship model, Anything that you purchase in here is only going to be like, these upgrades are only going to be available to you if you're the one that is in control of the mission. So if you join someone else's game and they don't have all the upgrades and you do, you may want to be like, hey man, like I know you just started, whatever, join mine. I have more upgrades. That way all the cooldowns and everything are all maxed out or whatever. I mean, you don't have to do that. I play with people all the time and I don't really worry about what's on my ship. But of course, I still buy them just because I have the currency. So why not? But I enjoy playing with other people, even though I don't really talk that much to other people online. And then you have your vehicle customization here. This is semi new. It's just paints. That's all it is. And these paints you do have to unlock. They're not just ones that are given to you. I do think you might have one automatically, but for the most part, they are things that you need to unlock. And then if you look in the very top right, not where my level is, but to the left of that, you'll see the 31,077 with the R. That is, what are those things called? I want to say they're receipts, but that's not what it is. I don't remember what they're called. Anyway, you can use those to eventually purchase stuff like from your ship model and stuff. So like things in here, like you can see here down at the bottom, I need 35,000 R. Like I said, I forget what they're called. I do apologize about that. But you need 35,000 R in order to do that. So it's not reputation. I really don't remember what it's called. Anyway, the one under that, the blue little broken S icon, I don't know how else to explain that. That one is a currency that can be purchased. Like you can actually physically buy that with real money, but you do not need to. By no means do you ever need to do that. I believe those are called actual credits. Um, those credits, I think it's like maybe $10 for 1,000 or something like that. I don't really know because I've never bought any. But playing the game, you will get those over time. And actually, as new players, you'll probably get a lot more of them to start off with. I think they're going to give you guys basically everything that we have in the catalog store, which, like I said, I'll talk about the catalog store in a minute. Um, but basically, there's going to be different not objectives, different like little mission things to unlock, and you use credits to unlock the overall thing, and then in there you'll use what's next to it, the little badge that says 250 out of 250. I'm maxed out on those. If you ever get maxed out on anything, it does stop. It does not pile up after that. So that 250 is kind of maxed out for me, but I don't really have anything to currently spend it on, so it's just going to kind of suffer there. But that also has to do with the catalog thing. And then the three things: the little green circle, the orange square, and the pink square. Those are samples that you can get inside of the game. So when you're running around on the planets and everything, you'll see different samples. You have your, I think that's like common, uncommon, and epic or something like that. I don't even remember what those are. But they're samples. They all pretty much look the same, but you will see the symbol above the sample. And when you pick them up, as long as well, not necessarily you, as long as somebody in your party extracts with those samples, everyone will get them at the end of the game. So say I pick up 3 of them and I'm playing with 3 other people. If I extract and I have those 3 on me, then everybody will get 3. So that's one of the big things that a lot of PS5 players and PC players always fight about. I'm telling you guys right now, do not fight over them. If you die and someone picks up your samples, let them pick up your samples. Just make sure that if they die, either they pick them back up or you pick them up as well. But somebody has to pick up those samples and extract with them. If you do not pick them up, you do not get them, because when you die, you drop your guns and you drop a backpack if you have one, and you drop the samples. So always make sure that you pick back up those samples. And then that's pretty much it there. If we come over to this console here, there's also something kind of new in here. This is where your armory is. This is where you can see all of your weapons. Any of the like little what are these called? Like, I guess kind of upgrades, like boosters that well, I mean, it says right there boosters. So these are boosters that will give everyone in your party those effects. So like if you do the vitality enhancement, it'll provide minor damage reduction from all sources for all Helldivers. I don't know why it says for all Helldivers. All of these do it for all Helldivers. So increase all Helldivers stamina and recover capacity. Allows Helldivers to traverse difficult terrain with ease. Reduces time until new reinforcements are granted once they depleted. These will also be unlocked in the catalog. Like I said, I will go over the catalog in a minute. I know you guys are like, what's this catalog? I promise I'll show you. I'm just going over everything else first. Everything that we can physically see. Your weapons, you will probably start with 1 or 2 weapons. You won't have very many. The weapon I use, in my opinion, this one here, it is the AR 23P Liberator Penetrator. This is like the second weapon you unlock, and in my opinion, it's still the best weapon. It really is, in my opinion. The main reason for it, if you look down on the bottom right, it says weapon traits. It has medium penetration armor. There are certain bugs, or even some of the robots. I haven't really done too much of the alien species. I don't even remember what they're called. The Illuminates. I haven't even done too many of them, but I'm sure there's some of them too. They have armor on them. You have weapons with light armor penetrating, like that one there, which I think that is the first weapon you start with. You have ones with medium armor penetrating, like this weapon here. Like I said, I think this is the best one. And I think there are some very few that do actual heavy armor penetration. Maybe not. Incendiary rounds. Yeah, I guess there is none with heavy. You just need explosives overall. Yeah, but obviously this is all going to depend on your playstyle. But they added in, as you can see, where this gun is level 1, this one's level 5. They added in to where you can actually, what's it called? Customize your weapon. So if I hit L3 here, you can actually buy different things with your weapon that will give you, more stuff. So like if I put this reflex sight on, it brings the ergonomics of the weapon up by 6. Which I think that just has to do with like better grouping when you're with your shots. Same thing here, that just has better grouping for you, but it's for vertical recoil. So all this stuff you have to unlock, and it does have to do with the weapon itself. Like I said, I have not really played since they did this one. I have played a little bit, that's why this is level 5, but that's why it's also not upgraded. I think you can only upgrade your primary weapons, and all of these are also unlocked in the catalog, or just by leveling up. Secondary weapons, same thing. They're only unlocked by either leveling up or unlocking them in the catalog. These aren't really going to matter too much, but it does depend on your playstyle as well. I like to keep this one here just because it shoots fast. It's not bad damage. And any of these that are one-handed, which I think a lot of them are one-handed, if not all of them. But any of these that are one-handed, they also do have to where you can shoot behind you while you're running away. If you have any one-handed weapon, that is a thing in the game. Not a lot of people utilize that, but that is a thing in the game. And then you have your throwable, which is just like grenades, shock things like that. It looks like they added in a throwing knife. I use the impact grenades, which is right here. Just means it's like Call of Duty. When you throw it, it explodes on impact. I used to use these ones, the thermites, which is actually really good even against armor type bugs or the robots or the other guys, but they're sticky, so like if you throw it wherever you throw it, that's where it's going to land and it's going to stay there. It'll do damage over time, and then the very last minute it'll explode or whatever. They're strong, but at the same time, like you can see, it says there they do 2,000 damage. That is 2,000 damage if you nail the shot. Like if you actually hit them with it, it'll do 2,000 damage. I've actually taken down some of the Titans with this and stuff like that. A lot of people were like, "How the hell did you do that?" And I'm like, "You just throw them and make sure you hit the fucking Titan, preferably on the body." But you guys will understand all that stuff when you're playing the game. But yeah, I did switch to the impact grenades because I do go down and I close a lot of the bug holes myself. And then armor here. Armor itself doesn't matter too much. The reason why I say it doesn't matter too much is because there are some things that have, like you can see down there, has like passive stuff on them. All of your light armor is going to give you 50 armor rating. You're going to also run faster. I think the stamina is the same across the board. Evidently not. No. So medium armor has more armor, but you're a little bit slower and your stamina regen is slower. And then heavy armor obviously has the highest rating, and then your speed is a lot slower and your stamina regen is slower. I myself go with light armor, but that is up to you guys. Like I said, it's just going to depend on your playstyle. There are a lot of different things in here, like the what are they called? Like the styles of them. I don't think they added into where you can repaint any of this stuff yet. I think it has a lot to do with just knowing what people were wearing. So like if you see someone with really padded armor like this, most of the time you can be like, yeah, that guy's wearing heavy armor. Like that obviously is heavy armor. But I think that's why they did it like that, and I think that's why they don't let you change the color or anything. Maybe in the future, but who knows? Helmets, as far as I've seen, they don't have, none of them have any passive stuff. None of them. I would think that eventually they're going to add that in, but I don't know when or if that's ever going to happen. But same thing, you can't paint them or anything. They're all different styles though, so just pick one that matches your armor or pick one that you like. This one here was like a special thing that came with the citizen pack that I bought for the game. So which I think you guys have access to that. And then your capes, these ones are earned different ways. You can unlock them through the catalog, you can unlock them through levels, or you can actually unlock them by doing certain achievements in the game. Now, the achievements, I don't think it tells you, hey, you're going to get this cape if you do this. But a lot of times, like if you're doing a certain part of the game or there's like a crucial thing going on and you join and you actually help do that later on in the game, then you'll end up getting a cape. The capes don't really do anything for you either. They're just for decorations, just cosmetics. So if we back out of there, that's everything in there. Now, for me, if I hit square, this is a catalog that I was talking about. It's called Acquisition Center. So up in the top right, you can see the credits that I told you about, and then you can see your little badge things. So you can unlock these. Like these are all the different. They're called war bonds, but this is basically the catalog that I was talking about. So these war bonds will cost 1,000 of the actual credits to unlock. And for me, they're in order by. Hang on, wait for it. Okay, yeah, I think they're in order like this. So this one down here at the bottom was the very first one they came out with. That was the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, and then that one's locked, which means that one's the last one. So now this one would have been the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th one, 13th, and the 14th. I think. Now I could be totally wrong about that, but my suggestion is if it starts you guys with 1,000 credits or you guys want to buy credits, whatever, look through here and see what you actually want to get. So basically, this was the very first one that we had. If you click on it, it will bring you to a page like this where it has 10 different pages. But they don't all have 10 pages. Some of them only had 3 pages. But look through here. So like this one here, you can see that this is how you unlocked the regular frag grenade. And then you get credits by doing this as well. Super credits, that's what they're called. So you get credits for doing this. So if you unlock this one, you'll get super credits here. Now, the catch is, though, that when you unlock it, all of the stuff inside of the war bond is still locked. So basically, you have to use those badges, the 250 that I have up there on the top right, you have to use those badges to unlock these items. So spending the super credits will unlock the war bond itself, and then you need the badges to unlock the individual items. You'll have items that range from like 15 credits. Actually, I think the lowest I've seen, honestly, I think was like 8. So maybe like 8 credits, and I don't think I've ever seen anything over 100. I think the highest was probably like 75, 80, somewhere around there. But you guys remember the boosters we were talking about? These are the boosters. So that one there is a Hellpod space optimization. You're like, what the hell is that? If you look on the bottom right, for me, obviously the button's going to be different for you guys, but for me it says triangle and it says item info. So if I hit triangle, it tells you what that does. So it says Helldivers come out of the Hellpod fully stocked on ammo, grenades, and stims. So if you don't use this booster, when you land on the planet, I think you have like, it's like 75% or 80 of your ammo and stuff. Like most of the time people will automatically go ahead and put that one on there for you. I myself either do the health one or the or this ammo one, mainly because I'm big on helping like newer players and stuff. So just keep an eye on that. And then like I said, with the armor and stuff, like the different designs, the guns, like all that stuff is unlocked through here. There's emotes that you can do, but all that stuff is unlocked through here. So go through the different war bonds, pick whichever one looks cool to you, or if you want, you can sit down and go through every single one of them. So, like, say you're scrolling through and you're like, oh, what's this Force of Law one? I don't even have this one unlocked. You can see down in the bottom right, it says buy premium war bond triangle. So if I had 1,000 of those super credits, I can hit triangle, unlock this one, I can start working on it. Even though I don't have access to it, I can still look at it. So I can hit X, and in here you can see the different stuff. So I can buy this 100 super credits. I can buy the 100 super credits for 7 of the badges. Now it's not unlocked for me, so I can't do that. But the way that this works as well is it's a page progression thing. So you have to unlock, it's usually about 8 in the first one. So let me see, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there's 8 there. I don't think you have to unlock all 8 though. I think it's like 6 of the 8, and then it'll let you proceed to the next page. So if you don't want to, I don't think you have to unlock every single thing in there. Obviously, if I'm buying a war bond, I'm gonna unlock everything, whether I want it or not. Like, what's the point of buying it? You know what I mean? And like, here's one of the things. It's stun pods. I'm assuming that probably stuns all the guys around you when you land in your pod. If we hit triangle, we can see what it does. Expose hell pod wiring upon surface contact, stunning any units in the vicinity of the drop site. So that's if you guys are doing a hot drop and you want to land near the enemies, someone needs to, well, you don't need to, but maybe someone wants to equip that. That way when you guys get down there, you'll have a little bit of safer landing and you can do whatever you need to do before getting into the fight. But yeah, all this stuff, like, I mean, it's actually, look at that. There's one that's 110. So far the lowest we've seen is 7. The highest we've seen is 110. But this is what I was talking about. There's only 3 pages in this one. And then the very first one that we looked at had 10 pages. So there's 10 pages here. Or wait, was that 9? What's that last one? No, it's 10. Okay. But yeah, in here, this is where you use all of your this is where you use the badges. But I don't have enough to unlock the next one, and I'm not going to. Don't get me wrong, I love the developers of this game. I played the first Helldivers. It was a isometric game, but it was absolutely fun, just like this one is. But it was I had a blast playing it, and I didn't spend money on that one either, other than buying the game. But I do think that if you guys can afford it, go for it. I think they deserve it. If you hit R1 for me, whatever it is for you guys, it's probably like LB or RB. If you hit RB, I would assume it'll take you to the superstore. These you can buy using credits. This I already have unlocked, so I don't even have to buy it. But it shows me what it is, which is, it's not showing right. It's a cape. It showed right for a second. Now it's just showing my cape. Oh, and they added pages in here. Nice. I didn't see these pages before. I think they've only done one crossover. This game did not. In the first one, I don't think they ever did crossovers. I think in this one, the only crossover they did was, oh, what was it? I can't even think of it. It's a Hell game something. This thing here, I think. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, I can't remember. Player cards. You can see that one there is a player card. That is just when you are looking at your character here. I hit the wrong button. When you're looking at your character here. Well, not necessarily there. Here, you have player cards. It's just like a backdrop for your character. Like, that's all it is. It's like a banner that goes behind your character. You also do have victory poses. That way when the mission's over, you have your emotes, voice packs, body type. You can do brawny or lean. And then you have titles that you'll unlock too, just for doing certain things or becoming a certain level in the game. Sorry about that, guys. I had to cough. Top right, if you click on orders, you can see all the orders that are currently active right now in the game. It tells you the major order, which is what everyone should be focusing on, and it tells you what the reward is. So if you help out with that, you help liberate Garharin, and liberate Gatria, and then you successfully extract with 50 million, I think, common samples from any terminated control planet. Now, obviously, you don't have to do the 50 million, but you have to at least participate in extracting some of those in order to get credit for that. And then when that war bond or not war bond, um, when that major order is over, you'll get your war bond medals. It tells you right there you'll get 45 of them, and then you have personal stuff that you can see there. So it wants me to complete 6 secondary objectives, which we'll go over objectives and everything in a minute. Because we're actually going to play a game for you guys. I don't know. I'll probably just do a quick one, but it's still going to take a while because I'm going to be talking a lot about it while we're playing. And then you have your social tab, you have your options. There is crossplay. I don't know if it's going to be crossplay with Xbox and PS5, but you guys will probably at least have crossplay with PC, and then I guess we'll see what happens with the actual whether or not you guys have crossplay with PS5 and we have it with you guys. There is also friendly fire in the game. It's meant as two things. One, comedy, because this game is fucking hilarious.
Your fellow Helldivers rage against the enemy's tyranny. Join them.
I say that out of sarcasm because that's how the game is. It is a very sarcastic game. Can I not turn that on? How do I turn that on? Sometimes you'll see like videos going along there. A lot of them are just funny things, or they're actually serious, and they'll tell you about like the major order and stuff like that that's going on.
Bring me back some squid guts.
But they do have a very sarcastic sense of humor in the game, and that is one of the reasons they have friendly fire. The other one is for realism. You cannot turn off the friendly fire. If you are the host of a game, you can kick people. But if you are in someone else's game and they are friendly firing you, my suggestion, if you don't want to deal with it, leave. A lot of people complain about it. Don't complain about it. It's part of the game. It was part of the first one. They enjoy having it in there. They already said they're not taking it out. I just want to throw that out there because I know a lot of Xbox players are going to start complaining about it. And don't be one of those guys that do it to other people. Like, accidents happen, obviously, but you'll be able to tell if it's an accident or if someone did it on purpose. Also,
the galaxy awaits your salvation.
Also, when you're running around, you guys will see in the tutorial when you throw a stratagem, a beam will appear, a beam of light. If that beam appears near you, just run out of there. It happens a lot, especially if you are playing with new players. They will throw them near you. Just move out of there as fast as you can. If you can't, then you're probably going to die. But obviously, if they do it continuous, then yeah, that's them doing it on purpose. But once or twice, honestly, it could be an accident even if it happens twice. The reason why I say that is because I've done it on accident. I was trying to help people, and I went to throw a stratagem, and what happened is I actually hit a bug that had a hard shell on it, and that hard shell made the stratagem bounce off of it and land somewhere else. So just be careful with that. Not all services the stratagem will stick to, so just be careful with that. What else? You can see dispatches. That just tells you about the major order stuff. When you come here, you'll see the Galactic War. This is everything that's going on.
The freedom of the galaxy remains in jeopardy. Let us join the fight.
I'm just letting him finish talking. So this will tell you everything that's going on. When you haven't been on for that day or whatever, you'll normally see something like this. It'll give you a briefing of like what's going on with the major order, why you have to do it, and what the dangers are. Sometimes what the dangers are if you don't if you don't stop the invasion. All of the red ones over here, these are your automatons, which are the robots. All of the orange over here, these are your bugs, which they added in some new strains, so bugs are actually decently hard as well. And then you have your illuminate down here. I don't think they're going to add in a fourth one. The first one only had 3 of them, but it wouldn't surprise me if they throw a curveball in just because of the way that the game works. A lot of people, if you like doing the bugs, if you like doing the robots, if you like doing illuminate, play the game however you guys want to play. Have fun with it. It's just a game. It does have real world ish punishments, but it's nothing that's going to be the end of the game altogether. So like even if they attack Super Earth and we don't save Super Earth,
every mission brings us one step closer to the full democratization of the known universe.
Really wish he would stop talking. Even if they take Super Earth and they blow it up or anything like that, I'm pretty sure the game will just restart and it'll just kind of rehatch everything and it'll start all over again. So don't really worry about that. But there are things where, if you're looking at one of the sectors here, so we hit X over here, it'll zoom in. You can see the different planets that you can actually go to, or ones like this that has the I forget what that's called. It's like the space station that's there. Yeah, so it's a democracy space station. Some of these will have like actual rewards, and they'll tell you that you can get like certain things from them. Or I know in the previous one, I don't think they do it too much in this one. In the previous one, they had to where you can get actual items from some of these. So like you'll get a unique stratagem for doing that mission or something like that. But I think now they do that with major orders and stuff. So I don't think it's just going to be random on different missions in general. But you can see like all the stuff that's like becoming liberated or needs to be liberated and all that. Just pick whatever you guys want. Like I said, the orange is the bugs. You can do purple, which is the illuminates. You can do the red, which is the robots. I was looking for, I didn't see any. There are some, I don't know, the resistance is kind of throwing me off. I don't remember seeing resistance there. I think I mainly see it over here, but it's not, I don't even see it here. There used to be a tab that maybe they changed it, but there used to be a tab that would tell you that like the planet's hazards, like it would have like different little symbols, and it would say that, hey, if you're going to do this mission or you're going to be at this planet, then it has like firestorms or strong winds or earthquakes, things like that. Maybe they added it to the actual missions themselves now. So what we're going to do, when you're on in this map here, you can hit, it's probably going to be LB and RB for you guys. But if you hit LB and RB, you're going to start with Trivial, and you can see the only samples you can get in Trivial down at the very, very bottom. It says samples, that has the green highlighted. If you keep hitting RB, you'll see that eventually that orange one will light up, and then eventually the pink one will light up. So that means that if you're not doing 6 or higher, you're not going to be getting those pink ones, because if you go down to 5, it goes away. Same thing with the orange one. If you're not doing at least 4 and higher, you're not going to get the orange one because it goes away at 3. So we're going to go to Trivial. This is going to be very easy for me, at least I hope so. But we're going to do Trivial, and I'm going to explain a few things to you guys. So we're going to leave that on Trivial. We're going to find a mission here. Don't like the planets like that. I like the desert looking planets. I was trying to look at the planet, but it just keeps showing the space station picture there. If you guys are wondering why I kept going back and forth there. Jeez, they added in a lot of different types of planets here. Not complaining, but it's going to be easier if I can show you guys on like one of the desert planets. This is probably the closest we're going to get, and we're already here anyway. So this is Sliff. Looks like it needs to be liberated anyway, so we're just gonna, and yeah, obviously if there's no missions on the planet, it just won't let you select it, like this one. Like I can't select that. So just select whichever one you want. If you hit square for quick play or whatever it is for you guys, it's gonna join you with someone else at that level, so, or at that level of difficulty. Now, I don't think it will take you to a higher difficulty, but say I wanted to get some orange, or say I wanted to get pink ones, pink samples. So if I pick 6, that is the very first one that you're going to get pink ones on. It won't take you to 7, but if I hit square for quick play and no one is available for me to join, it'll start looking for lower ones. So you might end up on like a hard one or a challenging one, and that means you're not going to get those pink samples anymore. So just keep that in mind when you're doing the quick play. But we're going to do Trivial. I'm going to go in here solo. And then in here, you'll see things like this, which means there is 1 Helldiver in this mission right now. You can have 4 per team. So that means that 3 other people can join him. And it looks like he threw out an SOS thing. That's why it's showing up there. Meaning he needs help, or he wouldn't mind if someone helped him. Which, I mean, I could technically do that, but with my mic thing down there, I don't know if that's actually outputting sound, and I don't want to annoy him with like a whole bunch of static. So we're just going to pick a regular mission here. And these all just say peacekeeping. Sure.
Let the enemy feel the wrath of liberty.
Oh, you know what? Let's see if we can find one. I don't think there's going to be one that has multiple. Okay. So before we go into there, let's move to easy. See if we can find one. I'm looking for something specific for you guys. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. You see how every time I click on it, it has one little white mission here, and that's it? I'm looking for one with at least 2 missions, like that. So, this is very important. A lot of people don't understand this still. This is very important. If you are trying to liberate a planet, if you only do one of these missions, and you do not complete the other one, and you leave the planet or you stop your game, it does not count as a win for you. It actually counts as a loss. So, if you only do one of these, say I don't want to do the conduct geological survey here, and I only want to do this emergency evacuation. Say I complete the emergency evacuation, and then when I come back, I hit circle and I go look for another mission. That just failed that mission because I did not complete it. So if you're doing ones with multiple like this, if you don't finish it, you will fail that mission. Well, the Helldiver community will fail that mission. That counts as a terminated win and as a human loss. So when you're looking at the actual numbers,
the struggle for managed democracy continues. We have no time to waste.
When you're looking at the where's it at? Where's it at?
You're here.
Yeah, so when you're looking at the actual numbers, this is probably the best place to show you. When you're looking at the actual numbers, you see how it says liberate Garharan and it's at 90.4%. That number will not go up. In fact, it may actually decrease because you failed the mission because you didn't want to do 2 of those missions, even though you're the one that picked it. Now, if you go into a mission like that and you're joining someone else, if they stay and they do that mission, it'll still count as a win. Which is a lot of times why I just join random people, because I don't always stay on for the full mission thing. Or if I do, then I will stay on and I'll do however many missions there are. Like if they pick this one and I come on that first one, I'll stay with them, I'll do that one, and then when they pick the next one, I'll stay and I'll do that one too, and then I'll leave the party and I'll go to another party. But just keep that in mind. Like I said, I wanted to point that out because not a lot of people are realizing that. And with new Xbox players not understanding the game fully, that is going to definitely hurt. But yeah, let's get into a mission here. We're going to go back to trivial. We're going to do a peacekeeping one here. Terminate the illegal broadcast. Perfect. That's an easy one. So we're going to go in here.
Mission coordinates locked.
Once you pick the mission,
Hellpods prime.
You're going to come over here to one of the Hellpods. There's 4 of them here. Doesn't matter which one you pick. Pick one of the Hellpods. Hit X or whatever button it tells you guys to. B, Y, A, I don't know. It'll tell you that is your mission here. This is going to be your extract point, and then you can pick anywhere on the map that you want to land. Obviously, don't land here in the water because Helldivers cannot swim. They're fully dumb and they can't swim. So don't go in any deep water either. In the higher missions, you'll see like red heat signatures on the map. That means that the enemies are in that area. So technically, we could land probably right here. And there's not going to be too many, but it's mainly because we're on the trivial, which is the very first level of difficulty. We're going to actually land over here though, just so I can show you guys around and stuff. When you first come in, you're going to automatically have these 3 stratagems here. You have your well, they're not stratagems. It's just, I mean, it kind of is. Well, here, I'll just explain. So this one here, I believe, is for you. It is your reinforcements. I don't know how many we get on the trivial level. I do believe that you can increase it or decrease it depending on what people are picking, but it'll have reinforcements. That means that every time you die, you can revive so many times. The reinforcements are shared between all 4 players. So if it only gave me 10 of them and all 4 players are dying, then that number is going to dwindle down very fast. So like say, I don't think it ever will, but say you only have 4 reinforcements and you're playing with 3 other people, that means if every single one of you die once, the mission failed because you don't have any more reinforcements. Now, there is a thing about reinforcements where even when the number is depleted, it will give you time to add another reinforcement. So when everyone dies, you have 0 reinforcements. It'll put a timer up there. It'll say like 2 minutes or something like that. If the last person stays alive until that counts down all the way back to 0, it'll give you an extra reinforcement. They can throw out a thing, they can revive a friend, and then that person will come in. But again, you're out of reinforcements, so that means it's going to do another timer of the 2 minutes. Once that 2 minutes is up, if both those people stayed alive, they can throw out a third reinforcement. So it just works like that. The SOS is the SOS beacon that I was telling you guys about. So it basically opens up your game for what's it called? For like public view, so anyone can see that you're playing the game by yourself. You can jump in their mission and everything. And then I'm not sure what that one is. I honestly don't remember. I think it just has to do with your what's it called? Your loadout and everything. If you hit L1, it just kind of takes you back to where you can see like what the briefing is. So it says terminate illegal broadcast. So if you're joining someone else's game, you may want to look at the briefing there so you can see what mission you're kind of just running into. Because when you join someone else's game, it'll automatically start you in here and you won't know what's going on. And then down here where these are and this extra little thing, this is where you actually get to pick your stratagems. So we can hit this. There are certain ones that I go with. I'm not going to go over all of these. I'll show you the ones that I picked once we're in there. But you guys will not have all of these. You guys are only going to have a certain amount of them. And then later in the game, like I said, you'll be able to unlock everything. This is where your boosters are. This is where you can pick your boosters. Like I said, I do pick the Hellpod Space Optimization, which is the one that I showed you guys, where it has you have max ammo, your grenades, and your stims are all full. So I'll hit X on that. And then when I want to ready up, I don't know what it is for Xbox, I hit the touchpad. He's ready to go. It's automatically going to launch me. If there are other players, even one other player, it will not launch you until everyone readies up at the same time. Just keep that in mind. And then it'll do this nice little cutscene with this epic music, which I love the music for this game. If I remember correctly, the first one had some decent music too. But anyway, you'll come down to a planet. Doesn't matter where you drop, as long as, like I said, it's not like off a cliff or into some water or something. A few things. You can technically, I don't remember bugs. You can technically play the mission completely stealth. So if I wanted to be quiet and I didn't want anything to hear me, there is a crouch in the game. If I remember how to do it, there we go. There's also prone, which actually stabilizes your firing as well. So you can do all that. The bugs, on the other hand, can smell you. So if you're too close to them, they will end up smelling you. But mainly what you want to do when you get down here is call out your stratagems. So you'll hold L1. Yeah, there you go. That's it's resupply for that other icon there. So you can see I have 5 reinforcements. So that means I can die 5 times. Now, as a solo player, I'm technically not going to be able to... I mean, I can. If I die 5 times, it'll have a timer that'll start up there and it'll start counting down to like 2 minutes or whatever. Or from 2 minutes. And if I stay alive that entire time, then it'll let me reinforce myself one more time. The game will automatically reinforce you if you're by yourself. If you're not by yourself, you do have to come in here and do the reinforcement stratagem, which is a whole bunch of arrows as well. And then it'll say like calling in reinforcements or something. You throw that thing out and it'll revive that guy in that area. Now, you may want to talk with your teammates, because one of the things that a lot of people don't talk about as well is, say a guy died over by that rock, and wherever you die, like I said, you drop your weapons, you drop any backpacks you have, and you drop any samples you have. Say a guy died over by that rock and he wanted to come back in, like you have reinforcements. You're going to hold L1, you're going to type in whatever reinforcement you have. My suggestion is to throw it by that rock where he died. That way he can get his stuff back. Now, don't get me wrong. If there are 50 bugs over there, and that's the reason he died. If there's more than like 10, I would say, or more than 5 even, depending on the type of bugs there are. If there's too many bugs and that's the reason he died, don't throw him back over there. At least throw him a little bit away. That way when he lands, they will start running towards him, but he can at least circle around and go back to the rock. Now, if he died there and he killed the bug at the same time, or someone else already killed the bug, or you killed the bug that killed him, and there's nothing else over there, throw him back where he died. It's going to be a lot easier for him to pick back up his stuff and keep going. But for me, what we're going to do is we're going to call in my machine gun. And we're going to call in my supply pack, if I can do this right. Now, if you notice, that light was like a whitish light blue. And it tells you what it is if you're looking at the light. If you guys see white lights or blue lights like that, that means that it is not something that's going to blow up on you. So if someone throws down a stratagem and they throw it right on you and it's one of those, obviously move out of the way so that the pod doesn't hit you. Don't stand directly under it, but you don't have to run for your life. Now, if they throw something like the red one that I have there, that orbital rail cannon strike, even if I don't know it's just a rail cannon strike, because that thing will automatically aim, the one that I have. For all I know, it could be a nuke. If I see a red beam, I'm running for my life because I don't want to get hit by whatever explosion is coming down. So just keep that in mind. Now our main goal is to go over there, which if you hit, well, no, that's not it. If you hit whatever button it is to bring up your map, you'll be able to see your main mission on the map. So how do I do this? There we go. You can see there it says terminate illegal broadcast. Now at the top right, you have a timer. You have a thing that says 1 next to it, like a weird little like claw or fire symbol. That means that there's one bug or one bug hole on the map. So that is a side quest, that bug hole. If you close that bug hole, you'll get extra XP. You can also see that there are 12 samples on the map because you can see it says 0 out of 12. Acid rain. Well, this is actually hurting me, isn't it? I'm not taking damage, but I can feel my controller's vibrating. But you can see there it says 0 of 12 of the samples or whatever. That means that there's at least 12 samples on the map. You can find more. People don't know that as well either. You can find more than the 12 samples, but that is if you're taking your time, you're looking around. If you go and you do the main mission first, which is right over there like we talked about. It's weird, the timer thing started blinking. If you go and you do the main mission first, they don't tell you this, but the game will get harder. What I suggest doing is saving the main mission for last. Now, if you have multiple main missions, you can start doing them on your way, moving around the map and everything, but I would suggest saving at least one for the last minute. And I'm not saying literally the last minute. I'm just saying, explore the map, and then when you're done exploring, then go do it last. Because when you're done with the main mission, it does make the game harder. More bugs will spawn out, more robots, illuminates, whatever you have. If you look at the top of the screen there, you can see your little compass. See that little question mark that I'm pointing at? That means that there's something over there of interest. It's like a point of interest, so we can run over here.
There's something here.
And you can see he identifies it, says there's something here. Now this sucks because you need 2 people to open this. One person has to hit that button and one person has to hit that button. There's no way for me by myself to hit that. You can interact with this. Just tells you a little bit about the story, the lore. It's like small little things. These are the samples that I was telling you about. If it has a symbol like that, those are samples. So you can come over, you can pick those up, and you can see I have 1 of 12, 2 of 12. There's an entrenching tool here, which I don't know what the hell that's for, but it drops my machine gun, so we're not going to do that. You can click on the forklift. But yeah, I can't open this because even if I hit that button and then I try to run over here, like it's already 2 people have to hold this down at the same time. But you can see there is something in there. I don't know what it is, and I won't be able to find out what it is, but that's okay. So we're going to come over here. There was also, if you look at the map, there's a little diamond over here too. The diamond usually means that there's some type of treasure or it's a point of interest that you have not explored. Once you have explored it, oh, that's just showing the entrenching tool, I think. You can see which way you're facing by the little cone. Obviously, I'm the little yellow dot, and then the cone is the way I'm facing. So that symbol that's there where we just were, that's the entrenching tool. And then under it, you guys can't see it, but there's a diamond there, like a shape of a diamond, a square turned sideways, a square on its point. Now this over here, the one I'm facing now, is a legit looking diamond, like a treasure diamond, like a rock diamond. So if you run over to that diamond, there should be something here of interest. It's just another POI. And here we are. This is it here. So you can find samples here. You can find armor, or not armor, ammo. You can find stim thingies, stim packs. I couldn't think of it. You can find grenades. Here's another thing that I can't open. But if you look at the map here now, let me move away so you guys can see it better. So now if you look at it, you can see that it has like the little diamond that's there. You guys see that? Which way I'm facing right there. It has like a little, it's more like a icon showing, like pointing, saying here, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that. But you guys see what I'm talking about. It's right above my yellow triangle right there. My yellow cone of vision. But yeah, so that's how you know when you've discovered them, if it's still the diamond that's just point of interest that someone came across, but they haven't explored it fully yet. Now, the game does glitch out sometimes to where it will still show a diamond. So if you see someone running over to where you already explored, or someone's running over where you explored, a lot of times you can be like, hey man, I already went over there, it's just glitched out. And they're like, oh, okay. Now, over there, you guys see that beam of light right there? It's very faint because of it's kind of matching the haze that's going on here. But there's a beam of light, a yellow beam of light over there. Here, bugs. Oh, they're right there. See that right there? Bug. But over there's a yellow beam of light. Those are also points of interest. You can run over here and we can pick up whatever's there. Now, usually this is where, not always, but this is where you'll find things like your receipts. Like I said, I forgot what they're called. It's like something receipt or something. I don't know. Your receipts, your super credits, things like that. Because like I said, you can find super credits in the game. And of course, when you get here, he's going to identify that you found something. We still have plenty of time. 30 minutes is definitely plenty of time. There's some ammo, some stims, some grenades. This thing here, you'll just step on top of it. That thing pops off after you hit the button. Requisition slips, that's what the R is. So you'll pick that up. Boom. I just got some requisition slips, 100 of them. Now, it doesn't show at the top, but it did show there on the right. The reason why it doesn't show at the top is because I still have to extract from this game. When I extract from the game, it will give me those requisition slips. Right now, we're just looking around for different items and stuff, seeing if we can find all the samples. Early game, that is going to be your main focus, is getting as many samples as you can, because those samples are going to be how you guys are going to be unlocking better gear, how you're going to be upgrading your gear, things like that. So you definitely want the samples. So right now we're just running around. Eventually I will come across some bugs, but like I said, this is the very easy level. This is our extraction point here. There can be samples here. Most of the time you'll want to save this till the end, but since I'm here, I may as well look around, see if there's any samples here. Yep, and it's telling me to complete all there's a sample, see that? But it's telling me to do the mission before I can extract. Once you come back here, there'll be like a platform here where you can call in the extraction. So, and obviously you guys will see that once I'm done here, but I'm just looking around for samples before we do anything else. All right, right over here is where the mission is. We're going to see about killing some of these bugs, because usually wherever the mission is, there's a horde of bugs just kind of hanging out, because that's how the game works. So right there, show you the bug that I was looking at. He's right there in the middle. It's a little one, little orange guy right there. See that? Shoot him down. There we go. And then you also do have melee that you can do in the game. Here's a bigger one. Now both of these creatures had light armor, so my gun right now does not matter. These are going to be light armor creatures. There are ones that look like the bigger one there that I killed, except they have like a dark brown armor on them. That dark brown armor is the medium armor that you'll want to penetrate with a weapon like what I have. Just make sure you're killing all these little dudes here. If you ever see... Sorry, if you ever see one of these bugs I think any of the bugs can do it, according to the devs. If you ever see any of these bugs, like looking up in the sky and like shooting out orange smoke, kill him as fast as you can. It means he's calling for reinforcements, and they will come up out of the ground. Also, if you look bottom center where my gun is, it says 6 of 8. That means I have 8 magazines left. Now, if you look at the little bar that's next to it there, it's showing how much ammo is left in my current magazine. If you reload before your, like say I shoot 1 bullet and I reload, it will waste that entire magazine. So try to shoot all of your bullets. Try to get, I know it's hard for anyone who plays Call of Duty or almost any other game. But try to wait until you're fully out of ammo. That is sometimes hard when you have a lot of enemies coming at you. But look, if I shoot 1 bullet, well, that was 2, but whatever, and then I reload, I lose an entire mag there. But I'm bad at that, which is why the backpack that I have, it's a supply backpack. So I can actually resupply my own character using this backpack. If I want to be a team player, I can actually supply other people too. So if someone's low on ammo, I can run over to them, I can hit a certain button, and it will take one of my packs, which you can see on the backpack. I have 4 of the little yellow squares. It will take one of those little yellow squares, and it will give it to them, resupplying them with armor, or ammo, sorry. It also does resupply stims and grenades as well, those little squares do. It's just like calling in the resupply. So let's say I do this, waste another mag there, and I'm like, man, I keep running out of mags. If I hit down on the D-pad, you can see it took one of those things, but it gave me 8 of 8 magazines back. And then if I want to resupply my backpack, which I would suggest someone bring one of these backpacks. If you don't, it's fine, but I would suggest someone bring one of these backpacks. If you call a resupply, this is technically for everybody. I don't ever get these unless there's extra ammo because I have supplies on my back. So if someone calls this down and there's only 2 players, like it's me and the other guy, and he takes only 2 of these because that's all he needs, I will come and I will get the other 2. 1 to resupply my current guns, and then 2, if you look at my backpack, if I pick one of these up, it actually resupplies my backpack too. Now you can't do it from the ammo that you find on the ground, but you can do it from the actual resupply. So just keep that in mind as well. But I'm big with ammo, and then the weapons that I have is an automatic, and then I have my my machine gun, which goes through bullets like crazy. So I use a lot of ammo. And then when I do close bug holes, I run in there with my grenades. I close a bug hole, and I run out of grenades a lot, so I'll resupply. Even if my gun doesn't need it, I'll resupply so that my grenades are full. If you come across a container like this, you can actually equip your grenade, throw it at the container, and these containers do open up. A lot of times you can find special or super credits in here too, which that is requisition ships. There is some super credits right there. Look at that, super credits. We got 10 of them. Not bad, not bad. I wish it was a lot more, but and I do think it's possible to get a lot more, but I also think that they kind of decreased it a bit, because before it was like a ridiculous amount that people were getting a lot, like they would just play the same mission over and over. Oh, we're coming up to the edge of the map here. Where's this bug hole that's here? Where are these last 2 samples? Now, like I said, you don't have to close all the bug holes, but you will get more XP, and you don't have to get all the samples either, but obviously they will help you to upgrade your weapons and everything. Here's another, oh no, I can open this one.
Fire in the hole.
There we go. That blew up so big because there was little red container things there that blow up. And then there's a secondary weapon here, so you can find secondary weapons if you don't have one. Is that a secondary? I think that's a primary. Nope, because it dropped my machine gun. That's definitely a secondary. Alright, but yeah, we can come down in here. More requisition slips, oh no, that was metals. Here's another sample. Here's another sample as well. There's all 12 of my samples. So if I wanted to, I could actually leave the game. But I want to see if I can find at least a 13th sample to prove to you guys that you can find more samples than the game tells you that there are. Now, it might not be possible on the trivial mode, but I know it is possible on the higher modes. I'm not seeing any other points of interest anywhere. What is that up there? Is that a bug? What is that? Oh, that's the thing I threw down earlier. You're already back over here? There's not much in the trivial mode. It's funny because the very first time I played the trivial mode, it was hectic. I thought I was going to die. And as you can see, it's extremely calm now. I do feel like they changed it, but maybe they didn't. Maybe I'm just dumb. Oh, and the bar at the bottom there, the one that's filling up now, you see that? That's your stamina bar. So when you're running, I'll wait for it. I'm just walking normal. Now if I'm sprinting, you can see it will start depleting. If you have the light armor, that's what I was talking about, it will fill up faster. So I can keep moving and just turn off the sprinting. It'll start filling up. For anyone who is using heavy or medium armor, that is going to take a lot longer for you to fill up, and you won't be able to sprint as far. So if someone's moving across the map faster than you, it could be that they're wearing lighter armor than you. Alright, we're probably not going to find a 13th sample, so let's go to the mission, and I want to show you guys. All these missions are going to be different. If you don't know what to do, hopefully you're playing with someone else that knows what to do. But, I mean, there's no way for me to be able to show you guys what every single mission is in one video. That would actually take some time. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go do this mission. Now, it says terminate the illegal broadcast. The illegal broadcast is that tower right over there. If you look here, it tells you terminate illegal broadcast. I think there's a thing that will tell you what you're supposed to be doing. That's not it. That's the drop stuff. That's an emote. That's equipping a grenade.
No pain, no freedom.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
Oh, right there. Locate broadcast tower. So when you locate it, I think when you come over here, it'll tell you to destroy it. Maybe? Okay. Anyway, it's not going to tell you, I guess. There's two ways to destroy this. One, you can come up here, you can hit whatever button it tells you to interact, and then it'll turn on. Give it some time, you'll have to interact with it again. There you go. So now if I do left, up, left, down, and if I hit left again, it'll start like a little timer showing that this thing is going to deactivate. So that's one way that you can do it. The other way that you can do it is you can actually blow this thing up just by throwing a grenade at it, or depending on your weapon, you can actually shoot it. I don't know if this one will destroy it or not. I don't think so. Yeah, I guess this weapon doesn't destroy it. Which is fine. I just wanted to check for you guys. So we'll do the grenade for you guys.
Fire in the hole.
There you go. You can see we terminated the local broadcast. Now it's saying distraction is available. So now, and this is what I was talking about. So you've seen that we ran around the whole map. There were no other bugs. Now that you've completed the mission, bugs are going to start coming. So when you're moving over to the extraction, you'll come across bugs going there. When you're doing the extraction, you'll come across bugs. Now we probably won't have many, if any at all, because of the trivial level that we're on. And then when you see the extraction, it'll be that blue beam in the distance, wherever, like towards the extraction. So you can see now that our main mission is done. It's over. Now you can see the next objective is your extraction zone, and it'll have an arrow like that. If you look towards it, you'll see the blue beam like we see there in the sky, and you can run over there and extract. Did I look at this over here? We'll go back to the extraction in just a second. I want to make sure that I looked at this book. Oh, look, more bugs. But this is what I was talking about. So now that the mission is over, you will start seeing more bugs. Whether they're roaming around, they're coming towards you, anything like that. Now it's not always the case, because like I said, this is mainly because we are on the the lower levels, so it's not really going to have very many bugs coming at us. But obviously, the higher levels, the more bugs. There are also tons of different types of bugs. The ones that you will love to hate are going to be the, I think they're called wraiths. Is it wraith? Stalkers. Stalkers. Yeah, so if you run into a stalker, they have the ability to go invisible. You can sometimes see them coming at you. Other times they are completely invisible and you won't know until they're right up on you and they smack the crap out of you. And usually when they hit you, you end up going flying backwards, or it's a one-hit kill. Let me show you my other stratagem here. So if we do this orbital strike, this is mainly for big bugs and armored bugs, but I will show you what it does. So if we throw that down, it'll aim at one bug and it will destroy it like so. So like I said, that is mainly for big bugs. That's why I use it. I will take down Titans or the Chargers, things like that, which obviously can't show you those in here. But if you guys are watching this video, then you're probably excited for the game. You probably know a lot about it already. I just want to make sure that you guys are also aware of all of the small things that a lot of people don't tell you guys, or things you may not know. But anyway, so once you get to the extraction point, you come over here, interact with it. It's going to have some ridiculously long thing that if you're good at that, you can do it decently, and then you'll see a timer pop up like that. While the timer's going, you'll want to keep looking around because you'll have bugs like this that will just be coming by. They may not see me. They may not see me at all. If they do, obviously I'm going to have to fight them. There was some coming this way too. I think they're coming. Oops. They hear me. Fake them out.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Yeah, see, they don't know I'm here because they didn't see me. Just gonna kind of go by. Oh, they smell me. They smell me. They know I'm in the area. And now they heard me. Just stood up. All right, so another thing you can do is you can throw out your turret like so. Look at that. See that? He just called for backup, so watch what happens now. See all those bugs that are starting to come out? They just come out of the ground over there. But it's okay, because now we have a turret up, so that turret's just going to take care of them. Now be careful with the turrets. You'll learn this in the tutorial. That turret can kill me if it points at me. But obviously it did not, and all the bugs are dead. There's some more bugs over there. Looks like our orbital cannon is on cooldown. And he said we got about 30 seconds still, so we're just gonna kind of hang out here and wait. Are they coming up here? They do, they're gonna come up over here. Oh, they're shooting? Do you have eyes on me?
10 seconds, clear landing zone.
Alright, let's get rid of that. That way it doesn't accidentally shoot me while I'm trying to extract here.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates.
Yeah, well, I was looking for you. I don't see you. There you are. When he comes down, if there's any bugs in the area, he will also shoot at them. Do not stand under him or under the jets or anything. You will get hurt, dead, whatever. And then once this thing actually lands, you don't have to get on it right away. If you are playing with multiple people, wait until all 4 people are there. However many people you have, 2, 3, 4, if you're playing with 4 people total, wait until the other 3 people are there. If I get on it and someone is across the map, it starts a timer that is only like 10, 20 seconds long. That guy who's across the thing who is getting all the samples, he's not going to make it back. So whatever samples he does not extract with, I don't get. So wait till he's there. If he's running up and you see bugs behind him, shoot the bugs as he's running up. Or if you have a turret, throw out a turret. Now the turret, if you're going to throw out a turret, throw the turret behind him. If you throw it in front of him, there's a chance your turret could hit him on accident. So just be careful with that.
Throwing grenade!
Alright, we're just bye.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1
And there you go. That is the complete extraction. That is everything you guys need to know for the basics of the game. Obviously, there's going to be more advanced stuff that you guys will learn as you're playing the game. But like I said, biggest thing is the friendly fire. It's going to happen a lot. If you're playing with someone who's just being a deuce, just leave the game. Or if you're the host of the game, go ahead and kick them. But yeah, you can see I got, look at that, 674 of those requisition slips. I got 151 XP, and I got 2 stars for outstanding patriotism. Then you see there, it completed the mission that we did. If there were multiple missions, it would only show the one. It'll show how many things you got from that one, and it'll still show the second one grayed out. And look at that, we liberated it by 0.0004%. We did our part. Are you doing yours? And then this is where your victory pose comes in. Mine is just a clap. Some other people will do some exaggerated stuff where they're like flexing and doing high fives with each other and stuff. That's it. And then you can hit whatever button tells you for stats there. You can look at everything you did in this game, like how many kills you got, how many samples you extracted with. Accidentals, that can be from your turret. If someone died by one of your turrets, or if you shot anyone, that's what an accidental is. If you threw a grenade and they died by your grenade, that's an accidental. So if you don't know, if you're the host and someone in the team kept killing someone and you didn't know who it was, look at their accidentals, because you can look at everybody's stats at the end. Look at their accidentals, and if someone has like 7 accidentals, that motherfucker needs to be kicked from your party. But yeah, that's the basics of the game, and then you start all over again. You're back in your ship. You can go and upgrade your weapons. You can go and use your new samples that you got to see if you can unlock anything. You can play the game while you wait for your friends who are pooping, or you can just come back over here. And this was only one mission for us, but what it'll do is if there were 2 missions, it'll zoom back in where you were, it'll go back to the planet you were at, and it'll show you that one of the missions is grayed out. Now you can pick the second one. You go back in there and do that second one. Like I said, if you don't do that, it's going to count as a failure. But that's going to be it for this one. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down in the comment section. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. But I'm going to go ahead and get off here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yep, bye-bye.